Hey fans of really big scooters, I want to take a look at windscreens today. A lot of people change them out, especially touring people, or fit them for the first time. They are supposed to keep the wind off your neck, hopefully off your head, and stop buffeting. Now the last bike I had, a CBR 500, there was a lot of buffeting off the windscreen. In fact, I noticed as I got my head down, the buffeting was worse because I just got into that layer behind the screen. This one on the VFR is a little bit more clever. It has a hole in the nose, and what that's supposed to do is bring air up inside in a nice gentle flow to meet the air coming on the other side, so that it meets together and then goes over the body magically. Okay. And some people fit touring screens and some people fit double bubble screens, but I want to look at what they actually do and what's actually going on there. And I don't have a wind tunnel, but I do have wool, and I have tape, and a touch of madness. Watch me, won't you? What I'm going to do is some different speed runs. This one conveniently at 30 miles an hour, and you can see how my tufts are going around. The ones at the top are doing what they predicted. This isn't doing very much at all. That one doesn't know what it's doing. Okay, let's get out behind this truck. That's 40 miles an hour. There's a little bit of, you get below the screen, it's a bit more peaceful. But what's going on? Okay, let's get up to 50 miles an hour, because this is traffic. What have we got here? Well, you can see what's happening. The stuff on the outside isn't going up. It's going sideways. Again, the top is doing what the top should do. Oh, the speed's crept up to 60 miles an hour now. Just can't help it. Okay, and nothing much has changed. All the stuff on the outside of the visor
is pretty linear. Let's get up to 70. That's 60, up through 60 to 70. It's not difficult to getting up to 70, it's difficult to stay on it. There you go, right. Now the stuff on the outside knows what it's doing. The stuff around the lip, that's okay. But look at the stuff on the inside, there and there. That's kind of breaking up, that's whipping around all over the place. So not, let's get back up to 70, okay. Not the smooth kind of airflow that you kind of thought it was, or should have been. Say up the middle it's fine. Around the outside, oh, it's obviously having difficulty. I don't know what's happening there. Is it coming around the outside? Maybe next time I do this test I'll put some tufts right on the bottom and see where that's going. The stuff on the top, yeah, that's coming off, but it's not coming up and out, it's coming straight back. The nice thing about this screen is you can put your head down, and that does make it a bit quieter.
Okay, so that was the first run. Let's take this thing off because I have another one to swap in for it, and we'll compare the two. This is the Honda screen, which I've taken off, still with this tape on. And this is the cheap Chinese double bubble screen, which I've got, which yeah, it's got a kind of look to it, aesthetic. Although, to be fair, I don't think there's much difference in it. I don't know if that's going to do anything for me at all. But let's get it on and see what it does. Well, you can say what you want about cheap Chinese garbage. That went on a treat. So, once more.
Okay, so new screen is on. I don't know what that's. Some of this stuff is just hanging about because of static electricity. Oh dear, let's drop back to 30. There you go. So let's start this run. This is what 30 miles an hour looks like. Fluffy bits. Highway maintenance. Let's move it up through 40. Get some sun on it. That's it. There you go. Now, having a look. I really don't think it's any different. Maybe it is. I don't know. We compare the two shots. But what we've got. Come on. Slow down. Let's go to 40. That's 40 miles an hour. It's really difficult to go slowly in this. So we've got right up through the middle. That's going straight. And this is turning round. Around the outside doing pretty much the same thing. Let's go to 50. Again, that's really strange around the outside. Let's do 60, shall we? It's a little bit more like what everybody else is doing. And you can see again, if anything, I suppose is the tufts going more straight up, straight back than they were. They don't seem to be going as sideways as they were. And around the outside, I said I was going to put some tufts here. What's happening with them? And while we're here, this bridge used to be a bit of a monument. Thank you, NHS. It used to say, give peas a chance. Apparently Peas was a rapper and he used to get busted a lot. So he put... Or a graffiti artist, that's what, yeah. So, anyway. But that was on there for about 20 years and then they put an NHS thing on there. Which, that's nice, isn't it? So, at 60 miles an hour. Up to 70 miles an hour. Let's get this done, shall we? Not mucking about. So there's 70, just sitting on 70. The stuff in the middle, on the inside, that's all pretty aggressive, going straight back. The stuff on the outside is turning around. How does it do that? It's trying to go backwards. I don't know how. It's as if it's doing that. And on the outside here, I put some tufts on the outside, you can just see them. They're pretty much going straight back as well. So there. So the question is, was this experiment a success? Well, it achieved a result by old school observational science. We could see where the air was going, so we don't have to ask questions about that anymore. It did demonstrate that there is enough air coming through the middle of the screen to stop buffeting, but not enough to produce an even laminar flow, so that the air below the screen meets the air at the top of the screen and then comes up above your head. It also shows that the air goes sideways instead of over the top of the screen. In fact, the air just comes off the top of the screen and goes horizontal at the rider's head, so not over the rider at all. What it proves is there isn't much difference between two screens, and what it really tells us, if you want a more extreme change, you need a more extreme screen. I might just test that one day. I have more wool left. Maybe I can look at a different area of the bike or a different area of the rider. Until then, please like and subscribe and spread the love. Until next time, you ride safe.